I'm Ryan Drapella, and I've done over $9.5 million on Etsy. And in today's video, I'm gonna be covering 5 untapped, undiscovered niches that have high demand and very low competition, and they're perfect for woodworkers. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the first hidden niche, outdoor furniture. Now, what does outdoor furniture entail? Well, the 3 things that I've seen success with are entryway benches, outdoor shoe racks, and outdoor coolers. And so we're gonna dive right into my Etsy shop that is actually currently selling outdoor coolers to show you some stats. So as you can see here, we've done $1.2 million in sales with outdoor coolers over the last 2.5 years. And just last year, we did $278,000. Now, you may see it's a little bit down from the previous year, and why it's down is I just simply couldn't keep up. And so this market is still untapped, and there is a huge demand for it, and I've had a ton of success. And so the niche outdoor furniture has a couple different keywords in it, like outdoor coolers, like entryway benches, like outdoor shoe rack that work really, really well. So why do these products work so well on Etsy? And why did I choose outdoor coolers? It's because, one, they're kind of bulky, and so overseas competitors can't really ship them efficiently and effectively over here, right? And so I'm automatically guarding away from all those overseas competitors. 2, there was such a long lead time on all of these listings when I was looking at them on Etsy, right? Everybody was 2 to 4 weeks. I knew if I made the same exact product but just gave it to the customer faster, I would have success. And so I liked it because overseas competition couldn't come in and just kill my business. 2, I knew I could ship a lot faster. And 3, I knew that I could take better photos. And so as you see on my products compared to others, I just made it really, really easy for people to see what they're buying, look at the product, and I really had good personalization options as opposed to all the other competition. And so I knew my strengths, I knew my weaknesses, and I dove into this market. So for you looking at this untapped niche, I think it is a great opportunity to get into it because you're shielding yourself from the overseas market, and you can put on your thinking cap and think creatively on maybe you just take cedar fence boards like I did and make something with it, and go to Walmart and buy a cooler just like I did. It works really well, trust me. If you do want to become successful and open up an Etsy shop, I hope you join me in CIC Academy with that Etsy Accelerator program. So that's why I'm making this video, giving you these untapped, untouched Etsy markets. Now let's go on to niche number 2, and that niche is pet furniture. And what does pet furniture include? That's gonna be dog beds, dog bunk beds, pet ramps, cat beds, cat bunk beds, cat obstacle courses, and my favorite product of all, a cat hammock. Now, why are these products doing so well on Etsy? Because 1, the pet industry is just absolutely booming. And I've said this on multiple different videos on this channel, pet products are killing it. People love spending money on pets. People will actually almost spend just as much on pet items as they do on stuff for their kids because they just love to cherish their pets. And usually pets are part of a family, right? And so pet products are just on the rise. Now, why these specific pet products and not like dog bowls or dog bowl holders or feeding stations, stuff like that? I think these work the best on Etsy for some of the same reasons that the previous niche worked, right? They're bigger, they're bulkier, overseas competition doesn't want to come in. You can customize them to a Boston Terrier or a Chihuahua, all the way up to a Great Dane. And so you have different size options there. Dog ramps and pet ramps that go up beside the bed. Once again, those are bigger, bulkier things. And if you have a CNC, I guarantee you can figure out some type of way to make it flat pack and ship in a flat box directly to the customer, and customize and have adjustable heights to it. For the cat obstacle courses and stuff like that, there is a huge market for that, for people to, once again, customize and adjust their rooms with the cat scratch corner and a cat loft and a little cat bridge and a little cat tunnel. And soon, those orders on Etsy can range from $50 up to $400 depending on how you price them and how you let the customer upgrade. And once again, my favorite one, that cat hammock, this is one that when I was doing my research, it kind of came out of nowhere, but there are a couple listings that are killing it with cat hammocks. And all you have to do is have some type of a wooden base and then a little felt that you find somebody to sew up for you that kind of fits over the corners and it holds the cat, and it is beautiful. So I absolutely love pet products because they're personalized, they guard against foreign competition coming in, and you can always target pet owners because they have the money to spend and they like spending money on their pets, and it's a growing market. And it's huge on Etsy and not a lot of people are doing it. Now, if you're getting value from this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below if you think there's another untapped market on Etsy that I'm not covering in this video. Now let's go on to niche number 3, the home office. And the rise of the home office due to this work from home culture is the key to this niche, which really started popping up in 2020. And more specifically, the products that are really doing well in this market are laptop stands, desk organizers, and monitor stands. Now, I know that may not seem like a huge amount of products, but those products are on fire right now. And back when I started off my Etsy shop, way back when I had the docking stations, one of the things I had was this keyboard organizer. And I took really bad photos of it with my flip phone at the time, but I put it on Etsy and we were selling them, and then the docking station took off, and then I took them down and really never looked at them again until I was doing research for this video. And so those 3 items right there are pretty simple, and why I like them is because if you're a woodworker, right, like this is your jazz, because you can do like live edge walnut monitor stands that the computer's sitting on that looks really high-end and elegant. And then you can do these different laptop stands that hold the laptop vertically, and you can get your table saw or your CNC to cut slots for different size laptops. And then what I did on my old product, I had that keyboard organizer, and so the keyboard fit underneath, and it had little tiny spots for all your Post-it notes and your pens and your pencils, and they really, really sold well. And so you can now build a shop around this hidden niche that people aren't really pursuing. Now let's go on to niche number 4. So niche number 4 is kitchenware, and more specifically, utensil holders, knife holders, drawer organizers, and cake stands. I'm not gonna get into the cutting boards because I think that's more of a saturated market that's harder to get into. I'm talking about these 4 things that are actually a lot easier, and we're gonna go through them one by one. So why do utensil holders and knife holders work so well? Well, you have to remember that Etsy is a massive market. And some of these products, like if you took a utensil holder to a craft show, you may only sell 1 or 2, but when you put it on Etsy and it's in front of millions of people, right, you're probably gonna sell a lot more. And people are actually searching for that because they want a nice place to store, their nice cutlery and whatnot, because people always spend money on their kitchen, and it's the #1 thing that gets renovated in a house, and so they go through a lot more products on there. If you can also add in some spoons and spatulas that you cut out with your CNC, that would be a great addition to these products. Now the knife holder is a really good one because it's magnetic, right? You stick it on the wall, you do have a nice piece of wood, you carve out the back, stick the magnets on it, and you can also personalize it and engrave it as well. Now, where do cake stands come in? Cake stands are really good because 1, people use them for their kitchen and want really nice looking cake stands, but 2, you start getting into the wedding market. And the wedding market likes cake stands and cupcake stands, and they want them to be really unique. And so there are not a lot of unique cake stands on Etsy really at all. And so if you can come up with different shapes and different sizes and different arms that may hold cupcakes at different tier levels, you're gonna have a ton of success with these cake stands. And the last one with drawer organizers, there are so many different accessories out there now, like the coffee pods and the Keurig pods or Cutco knives, right, that need certain spots in certain drawers. And since kitchens are getting so massive, people will spend money on organizing their drawers, and I'm talking a lot of money. And so if you can design a product around organizing some of those kitchen essentials within their really expensive kitchen, you're gonna have a ton of success. Now, if you're feeling motivated by these untouched niches and want a step-by-step guidance on how to put them on Etsy and how to grow an Etsy shop, I do have CIC Academy and the Etsy Accelerator course inside of it, where I do take you step-by-step, detail by detail through how to do a listing, how to maximize it, how to pull the different levers that Etsy wants so you can grow your Etsy shop just like I've grown mine to over $9.5 million in sales. So before I go on to this last niche, I would love for you to check it out, join, you get a 7-day free trial, and we do weekly Q&As. Now for niche number 5. And that niche is wooden flags. Now, you're probably in a ton of woodworking communities where you've seen these flags time and time again, the wavy ones, the painted ones, the burned ones. But believe it or not, these are killing it on Etsy. And there's a couple different ways that you can do these flags to carve out even a smaller niche for yourself. And so you can have the basic wavy flag, and once again, it's going to do really well on Etsy. Thin blue line flags, and then put a badge number on that flag, paint it really nice, that super thin blue line. You can do coin holder flags, and so these are trending right now, and they're really, really big, and I think they are here to stay. And I've had people inside of CIC Academy sell these really well to like people like the American Legion and the DAV and stuff like that, people that are really involved with the military. And so what these are is you make a flag, you have a little ledge, and you stick the different coins on it that you get at different meetings, at different events, and they end up accumulating and they look really, really nice. And if you paint them well or stain them well, they're going to stand out incredibly good. Now, the other side of this is you can also turn those flags into concealment furniture. And so now you have a USA flag on the wall, it opens up and it conceals whether it's a whiskey bar or a gun safe, whatever you need, it then turns into concealment furniture. So that niche of wooden flags can be so many different things for you. It could just be the art, the wavy flag, it could be that concealment furniture, or you can do that coin market where you're doing flags that are almost acting as shadow boxes or display cases for those coins. And where that rabbit hole leads is down a ton of different tunnels. And so the tunnel beyond that American Legion, right, coin flag is now you can contact the customer, call them up and see if there's other people that would like a flag like that. The thin blue line flag, right? You call them up and say, hey, are there any other officers within this organization that would possibly want some? And so then you're using Etsy as a lead generator to grow that business. And so you're making a ton of money on Etsy because it is an untapped market, and then money from potential referrals that come from that product. And so this product I think is a double whammy because you can grow a business to business or business to consumer outside of Etsy while still making money in Etsy. And that's why I left this one for last. Now, how to protect yourself from overseas competitors coming in is really, if people are buying American flags, they probably want them American made. So you already have a step up on the market. Use your creativity, your CNC abilities, just your natural inclination of being a good patriot, a good capitalist, a good entrepreneur, and you will have success in this. I absolutely love this market, and it's somehow untapped on Etsy because I'm just like you. I've seen it a ton of places, but for some reason, they are not listing them on Etsy, and they are popping and they're on fire. So don't forget to check out CIC Academy in the description if you want to learn more about your Etsy course. I hope you left this video with more knowledge than when you started. And if you want more Etsy videos, check this video out right here. If you want more business knowledge, check this one out. And as always, guys, remember, if you ain't cutting it close, you ain't cutting it right.